Protests have erupted at the National Institute of Design in Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh since April 1st regarding these important points: deplorable living conditions, lack of amenities, and food. In today's episode of Straight Up by edX Live, we explore all these three issues in detail. Plus, you will get to hear from a student too about what they are going through. First things first, the campus. The institute is now functioning out of the campus of Acharya Nagarjuna University in Guntur. As per its website, the institution, established in 2015, also announced setting up a 50-acre campus in Amaravati. But students say reality is far from this. 6 batches of students have passed out without experiencing the promised infrastructure. This has left them to find accommodation in the townships and residential areas nearby. A point to be noted is that following their odd semester examinations in December 2023, the students received an extended break to, and I quote, facilitate the transition to the new campus, unquote. Though the hiatus was extended when few parents did visit the campus ahead of its reopening, they found it inhospitable. Now coming to facilities, students say that there is a severe water crisis on campus, including that of drinking water. There are no medical services either. The students report that more than half of the buildings are under construction, which makes them feel like they live on a construction site. When it comes to food served in the mess, it has led to health issues for students en masse, with over 30 students being hospitalized at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Mangalagiri. As far as administration is concerned, there has been a lack of response, say students who released a detailed statement highlighting all their issues. Now, let's hear it from a student.
Yesterday, we requested all members of the administration to gather with us in a room and to answer us, to give us deadlines and by when they will be solving each issue. However, in this entire discussion, all members of the admin were mostly present. The director was here, the administrative officer was here, the wardens were here. However, the CEO, the chief administrative officer, was absent. The presence of the CEO was important since he has significant decision-making authority. After repeated calls, when the CEO did not show up, we gathered outside his office to get answers from him. Here, beyond not just having satisfactory answers for our issues, at one point he also showed that he wasn't aware of the demise of a student that happened just shortly before we shifted to this new campus. And at this point, the tone of the discussion became much harsher. A lot of us were already unsatisfied with the responses we were getting, and this discussion and this protest continued for almost 9.5 hours, from around 10:30 in the morning, 11 in the morning to 8:30 at night. Towards the end, we reached to a conclusion that we would be receiving a mail the next day at 12 p.m. in which they would be telling us the deadlines they have set for themselves to solve our respective problems, and also if they fail to do so, they had set consequences for themselves, which would be that they will be approaching the higher authority, the governing council, for us. It's basically admitting that they are not able to solve our problems. However, today we did not get that mail, and that is why again we had to sit. After about 1 hour of us sitting outside the chief administrative officer's office, members of the administration spoke to us, and what they basically told us, their response, they didn't exactly have solutions, and they were more so asking us for solutions. Some of the solutions suggested were that we could once again settle outside our campus into perhaps apartments elsewhere, when there are no apartments near to where we are living, our campus quite in the middle of nowhere. And at one point it was even suggested that if you are not satisfied with the mess food, we will be refunded the fees that have been taken for mess food. But this does not solve our problem, since we are in this place to study and we want to stay here and study. Far too many issues here are because of the infrastructure. Today's discussion of the administration, we have basically lost hope in their ability to actually help to solve our issues here, to solve our problems.
The students intend to continue their protests. That's all we have for you today. My name is Siddhi Jojare and this report was done by Karthikeya S. For more such education-related news, stay tuned to edX Live. Don't forget to stay safe and stay hydrated.